going to set these up and we're going to weld these upright supports for the trunnions in place. And before we do that, we want to reach in and we want to go ahead and deburr that weld seam, because it crosses right over where that spacer is going to go in here. And I'm putting these down in this groove here, putting one of my Bessie clamps on it, kind of grabbing it right here. So I'm able to grab my rotary burr. This is just a crosshatch carbide cutter, and I'm able to go ahead and massage that inside weld seam right out of there. Okay, and then I'm just going to lightly kiss the little fold over web, or when we come down with that cutter and cut that radius, and we have a little bit of a rolled over little burr. So I'm just going to round this a little bit, come around here. This will be the first stage. I'm going to hit it again with one of my Scotch-Brite discs. I kind of intentionally roll these on over here, but I don't try to make them anything perfect. Just I want to smooth them and round them. When the wheels and rollers get in here, they really kind of just disappear into the background. Okay, oh, I forgot the other side. While it's in here, I can just hit that side as well. Just as long as there's no rollover on it. All right. See if I can get a picture down in there. Actually, that focus up. There you go. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and knock the rest of these. We got 3 more to do here, and then we're gonna go get some spacers, because we use spacers to space out the tube here from the upright trunnion supports, and then center it on here and then do the welding. So let me knock these out. Okay, we got our very first one here all clamped down to the base, fully assembled, ready to put a weld on each of the outsides of the trunnion supports. And that's all the weld that we're going to put this thing together with. That's the same amount of weld that we put on our original rollers. And here's one of our original rollers. This plate here bolts to our stands, but this section here, it was just a wrap of weld bead right around there. And actually I did all the welding on these with my AC buzz box with 332 rod. I think I was using 6011 at that time. Fast freeze rod. But of course today I can heliarc them because I have the Shinkerwave 250, and that's going to be my choice. So I actually think I'm going to go ahead and put a tack on all 4 of them, and then I'm going to sit down and put one nice uniform little bead right around the end. That's all the weld that we're going to use to hold these. Alright. Grab my gloves and my helmet. Okay. The object here is to go ahead and tack it and then unclamp it and then test the swing of the trunnion section in the middle. Okay, first I'm going to reach over on your side, and I'm going to put a tack right on the outside here. I'm using E70 ER70S is my rod I'm using for my filler, if anybody was wanting to know on that. Alright, I'm going to undo these two clamps here. Undo this clamp. This is just a spacer I put over here so that I clear the trunnion sticking out on that side. And on this side here, I put in 2 pieces of strapping, which are 22 thousandths thick. These particular two here, they vary. Alright, and it rolls all the way over. Alright, and it only has about 22 thousandths here. You don't need a whole lot of play in there, but you want the trunnion to really be free, and that I'm excited. I want every one of them to go this way, so I'm going to be setting up each one individually. Now, I'm not having to drill and tap and bolt it together, but taking a little bit of time and clamping and supporting and keeping things square and doing all your welding on the outside edges of these uprights. Nothing in the middle, just on the outside. You won't warp this thing beyond use, and you'll keep this nice and free. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and finish the welding around on this one here and prove this setup all the way through to finish, and then I'll bring you back in and I'll show you how I clamped up that first one. Just want to get a more comfortable seat here. And I'm probably going to take one of my blocks here and I'm going to set it so I have a nice angle to go ahead and approach here with my rod. A hand support is my block here. And now I'll go ahead and put a weld bead around this in here. I'll do this one over here. Actually, I'm going to do this one, then I'm going to go over, I'll turn it around, I'll do that one over there. Just to keep them equal, back and forth. This is really welding real nice. Things are nice and clean. What's nice about the cold roll versus the hot roll. My very first sets were all hot roll, and you gotta fight. You gotta fight to get through that mill scale sometimes. Alright, I like that, and I don't think we need to put any more weld on it. Let's see if we can get in there to, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm going to bring you through one complete assembly here. the base, turn right machine works, facing up. You lock that into the vise. I've got this up on the wooden post here so I can bring in the other camera to get some weld shots. We'll see how that works out. Alright, we take our center tube assembly, our 2 trunnion supports, we slip them over the trunnion pins and get it up on there like that. Alright, 2 pieces of strapping, we put those under or in between the tube and one side only. This material is 22 thousandths thick. I just checked that with the measurement there, and I just eyeball it equal at the end and there, because it's going to move around a little bit while I do this. We open up this clamp all the way. This is a spacer, so I set that on that end there, bring the clamp in, and I bring in the tension. Alright, now I'm going to take it, lift it, and hold it up to the light and so that I can look between the split lines and make sure that I'm making full contact on both sides, and I am. Alright, so I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and give it another half a crank here, just so that I got it nice and stout. Just eyeball, keeping it in spot there. Alright, I have 2 reach over vice grips, clamps, and I'm going to put one on each side, just kind of holding it steady there. I'm up in the air, so I'm kind of holding this one until I get this one somewhat on here. Alright, and I'm holding that side to side there, and I clamp that one. Now I'm taking my scale, and I know it's a 1/4 inch in, so I'm looking, I'm a 1/4 inch there, 1/4 inch there. This is really supposed to be 5/16. I'm a little shy there, and I'm a little bit more there, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to tap it this way. Pretty close to 5/16 there, and pretty close to 5/16 there. We're just going to double check our 1/4. We're a little bit under a 1/4. Okay, I like that. Like that. We double check it on this side here and here. Alright, we're happy with centering this assembly with the base. Alright, the only thing left is to weld it. Alright, so let me go ahead and get the camera set up so that I can catch my tacks and my welds, and we'll come right back to you. Okay, we're slipping on our gloves here. Now I'm going to throw the tack on this side over here first. And I'm going to reach in here. I'm just putting a tack on the outside, so alright, we're going to get the other 3 tacks on here. Alright, and the last one. Okay, now we can pull off our clamps. Pull out our shims. Alright, nice fit, just like the very first one. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jack it up here. Alright, now I'm going to get the other camera in here because I want to catch video of the weld bead itself here. Alright, we're all set here. Okay, now get something to steady my hand here a little bit. Alright, these were up in the air. Alright, I'm kind of a little bit on the outside of the corner here, and I initiate a good puddle there. I just hold for a little bit. I'm not racing going anywhere. Then when I feel that it's wrapped that corner a little bit, and I just kind of follow my rod and I give it a back and forth here because I want it to fill in that fillet. I want it to be a good strong bead here. We're only talking about a ½ inch long. A 1-inch bead is good for a ton. So I figured that's good for a ½ ton. Alright, we'll reposition into the next one. Okay, looks like we're ready to go for this next one here. And move the block over here, even though I think my hand's going to be on the other block. Meaning the block it's sitting on, but there we go. Okay, here we go again. Now we're starting on the a little bit on the inside this time instead of around the back side. Here again we build up just a little bit of a start because I'm rolling a little bit around behind there before I get going. I'm in at a hard angle. Well, at least I didn't trash out my tungsten that time. Okay, let's flip her around. Alright, we're going to try same position. I'm going to get in here. Whoop. I guess that'll be okay. Gonna have a good footing on my okay. Okay, I should have enough little rod here. So let me see, I gotta get this block out of here. I think I might have moved you. Alright, that should still be in there. Alright, here we go. Now this time we're back to the outside starting and then coming into the inside. I gotta move my foot pedal. I'm right up against there, so I'm toe jammed. Okay. A lot better. When you can work your whole foot pedal, it works much better. A little bit of dirt or something in there. Yeah, oh, it looked good. It cooked it out or whatever. All right, we got 2 more roller kits to do. All right, I'm getting my gloves on because I don't know which ones the last ones I welded. and you can see same setup, gave us the same results all the way. So we got 3 sets. 1 set I'm keeping here at the shop, and 2 sets I'm sending to the Barzy Summer Bash, and I will be demoing my straightening out there at the Barzy Summer Bash, and I will be giving away finished sets of rollers with the kit, including indicators and quench nozzle and all of that good stuff that's going to go to play. But tonight, a big jump on our progress here tonight. Everything else is accessory. The little cross piece and the keepers on the outside, I'll hit those up tomorrow. We're going to throw some kind of paint on them, or we're going to blue them and then clear coat them. I don't know what we might do, but anyhow, really happy with what we have right now. Alright, and this is how I actually put them together, except for the style of welding, but the amount of welding a little bit less than I actually put on the first time. But I was stick welding with 6011 with an AC buzz box, and I'm actually able to pinpoint a real nice weld. No warpage. These things sit, they don't rock. Real happy.